Good excuse.
Okay, you know, it is what it is. It's a lot. There's a lot going on for everybody.
Yeah.
It's overwhelming, and yeah.
It is. And when you first look at it, the first, like when you first open up that task stream and you see all of those standards, all of those things.
I haven't even done that, so that's why I'm like figuring this out right now, because I haven't even gotten to do that. I'm trying to get my practicum set up so much now and get that rolling somehow. So it's been a lot to do.
Yeah. It looks like you have like 40 different things you have to post when you first open it up, because there's the standard, then there's standard A and a reflection, standard 1B and a reflection, and C and a reflection, and D and a reflection, and then D, A, and something. It's really freaky and overwhelming, and it like, it's causing me like horrible anxiety over this. It's very frustrating.
I'm sure. Oh my gosh.
How about this, Shayla? Why don't you do those last, those extraneous things? Just post them now and see where you're at in terms of how many artifacts you have. And then you can start saying, oh, that artifact, the reason why I posted.
Well, that's what I've been doing.
Yeah.
From that email that I sent you from the Google Docs email that I sent you, I started uploading those in there. Do I need to submit them to you for you to see them though?
No, just post it on TaskStream. If there's anything we need, we can always go back and edit it. So please, I think it allows you to edit, right? It's not like you can post one.
I don't know if it allows you to edit after it's been submitted though. Like if we had to submit each piece, I don't know if it lets you go back and edit that.
I think there is
edit it for a certain amount of time.
Sorry?
You can edit it for a certain amount of time, but once she checks it, I think that you can't edit it anymore.
Okay.
Actually, let me show you something. From my end, there's a place. Okay. We all need to see this quickly because it may eliminate our anxiety. Sharing the task stream from my end so you can have a chance to see. All right. Can you see it now, the share screen?
Yeah.
Okay. It's coming up.
And Jalen, I do know that in the past I had submitted something incorrectly, and the professor actually just canceled my submission.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear you, Lauren. Hold on.
Oh my God, I'm sorry. I have my mute on. I'm sorry.
Okay, go ahead.
So basically, I had submitted something in a past course that was wrong.
Right.
So she was able to cancel my submission, and then I was able to edit it again. So it's not like a done deal when you submit it. They can send it back to you.
No, I knew that they could send it back. I just wasn't sure if I had, you can use mine.
Thank you.
So you can see if I've submitted something.
All right. So in this page, when I see something needs to be released for author, okay. So this is a different, hold on. We selected the first one. Maybe we should have done the overall portfolio. So
okay.
All of them. But there is for release for selected evaluations. I think we may want to look at the individual one. Okay. There's an alert here. Or you can select the whole thing, I guess.
That's like for you to see what I've done, do I actually have to click on the submit part? So like if you look here, you've got the requirement and you've got the rationale, but do you see my actual work that I submitted for that particular one?
Let me just check. Okay. So let's say you have the first one.
I put something in that box.
So here is the.
Oh, you can see it. Okay.
So here are the directions. Here are the evaluation methods. Here is the rubric that you can check. It's the requirements. So it gives you some details. But let's say I gave you, I'm looking at your work and I would like to evaluate. I will read and, these are her goals.
Right, so that was something that I submitted
Correct.
that I felt met that particular standard.
Correct. And then from my end, it comes as a link, because it's not showing here. It comes as a link that if you need to evaluate this resource, it gives me 2 windows, and one is built-in rubric. In this case, it's not too many of those. And I have an option, not this specific one, but most of the time there are 3 options. One is it's final, one is released for reevaluation. So if I say it doesn't meet the requirement, for instance, if I check this off, you have a chance to resubmit it. So it's not final.
Okay.
I can always, just like what earlier, I forgot your name, sorry. I can't see the pictures of people right now for some reason. All right, that. I see the name of, no, I see the people, but not the names right now. Anyway, so the one who's wearing red, I'm sorry, what's your name again?
Me?
Yeah, Lauren.
Lauren is my
Yeah.
name.
Lauren was actually elaborating how the teacher will have a chance to send back for revision. So the system allows us to do anything we want. The worst case scenario, we can delete it and repost it. But I think we'll be good hands in TaskStream. And if I can't figure out the TaskStream coordinator, always there to help me. He promised, so we'll be good. This is I've done TaskStream on another institution. I have 13 graduate students, doctoral students, and I use TaskStream in another format. It is always confusing because they keep, changing, or there are new additions, but we'll figure out. I'm not very worried about the TaskStream. Technology, after all, has to help us, not to, give us a hard time. So you can see how it gives me 2 windows. It gives me assessment rubric. And once I hit the button, and either I can submit it or preview it. And then when say submit evaluation, which I'm not going to do, it will come to the student, and the student will have a chance to see the final grade. I also wanted to elaborate once more here. I try to do it with other sessions that I had done. Okay, stay. I want you to know that TaskStream, you may be receiving, let's say, 2 out of 3 in terms of the rubric, and you may receive an A from the grade. It's 2 different parts. The reason why I'm saying these is because one is for accreditation purposes, and one is for getting your grade as a final grade for your graduation. So at this point, please do not worry in terms of what I give comments on the TaskStream, because it is for us to improve ourselves. So I need to be as more clear sometimes, or as more detailed, but please do not worry. It's for our improvement purposes, and also improvement purpose for you, for your career as well. I don't want to confuse you more, but it's in a sense 2 separate projects running concurrently. And as long as you complete all the requirements of all the points on the checklist items in the course, you get an A. But in TaskStream, you may be missing some linkage, or it's still not going to affect your overall grade. So, and it's going to affect our accreditation. So hopefully it will be all 100% in both ends. But don't worry if something is not perfect. I don't know. Sometimes when I say this, students misunderstand, because one of my students actually come back and said, "But the professor, you told us that you told me that this is what the story I told my students." I said to her, there are 2 different types of dissertation. One is a complete one, but that's your lousiest work. And the second one is your lifetime work. You want to, keep making the best dissertation, best portfolio, so you keep dwelling on it for the rest of your life, and you're prolonging your graduation. So she looked at me, she said, you told me to do a lousy work. No, I said, I want you to complete your graduation so you can have better, bigger works later. So sometimes I misunderstood, so I apologize. I don't want you to do a lousy work, but I want you to complete, and then we'll see if we can improve and edit as we go. And I know as professionals in your field, you are, and I know I talked to April on this too, you are all getting A students all the way, and then all of a sudden, you're not allowed to make any mistakes. Yes, you are allowed to make mistakes. And April, for instance, you've done such a great job on your blog. Please do not put all your energy into a blog. You have other things to do in life. You have, so I'm not saying don't do.
I'm enjoying it. It's when I have time, I put something up there, and I really like it, and that's a good portion of my practicum. So it really needs to have my full attention. So that's why
I know.
putting
I'm so proud of you. You do it.
not having a current job. So
yeah, but I don't want you to consume it. You need to stay healthy for your rest of your other things going on. All right. I hope that kind of answers. I'm not trying to get a lousy work from you, but allow yourself to make mistakes and try new ideas. We don't want to make those mistakes in front of our classroom, in front of our peers. Let's try to use this environment as a safe environment to try and fail and redo and edit and develop. So I thank you for your patience with me as I'm going through my first semester overseas and trying to teach here, there, everywhere. And I and it's 4 a.m. here, I think, no, 4:19. And I don't know if I can go back to sleep and how am I going to get to the next day. So wish me luck in my endeavors here. And I wish you a wonderful, wonderful rest of the fall. I think our next session, I was just checking earlier, is in a couple of weeks, right? And we'll discuss a topic of your interest and maybe my favorite.
November 9th, Professor.
What is it? Did you
November 9th.
November 9th. Oh, it's
November 10th is an alternative date.
okay. So in that case, until then, if you have any questions, I am running couple of days a week, some office hours, but if it doesn't fit, let me know the hours that you would like to meet, or always drop a note, an email. I try to answer as fast as I could. At the same time, I wish you a wonderful Halloween. I think I'm going to be celebrating here. I got some American candies, so hopefully we'll have a good Halloween and coming elections. I hope you all registered to vote. I am going to send my absentee ballot tomorrow, so we'll see. Life is good. And Shaylin, you might want to stay up if you want to talk a little bit more, because your face shows me that you're still not 100% sure what you're doing.
No, I'm better. I'm better. I promise. But I will. I was wondering. I had one more question. During your office hours, would it be easier to do a Zoom meeting during that time as opposed to 4 o'clock in the morning for you?
Yeah, that's what I'm doing. It's 1 to 4, which is, I think 8 hours later is 9 to midnight. So it's 3 hours before I go to bed. I go to bed around 12 anyway. So yeah, I do Zoom hours during that time.
Well, no, would it be easier to do a Zoom? Is it easier to do the Zoom meeting during that time? Like if we all got together, if it was feasible for us to get together?
Oh, thank you for thinking of me, but I don't think it's going to work because most people finish their jobs after 7. So I looked it up. I said, no, it's 7 to 8. That's how it's supposed to be. Because for you, if I say come at 1 o'clock or even 4 o'clock, most of you are teaching or you have other responsibilities. But, if everyone agrees, of course, that would be fun, not to wake up that early. But that's fine. Thank you for thinking. Once in a while, it's okay to do this. I appreciate your consideration.
Professor, I just had one more question about the practicum. Earlier, Elizabeth had said something about that she was training her students on how to use certain things on tablets or Chromebooks or something, can we count that as hours when we're training our students how to do things?
As long as you get someone to sign up, or
Oh,
someone.
okay, perfect.
Yeah, as long as you're at a district or administrator or someone, because ultimately you're the leader who's doing your job, and yeah, you should get credit for anything you do. Anything else? No, you're good? All good?
Yeah.
Thank you so much for your patience. And for those of you who are actually interested in learning what I'm doing here, I invite you to come to my classroom over Zoom to teach a lesson. That could be, I can sign you off on that. So April, actually, I try to introduce your link today to my students. Hopefully you'll get some feedback from my students here.
Thank you. Thank you.
I have teacher candidates here as well. They don't speak English as well, but and you don't speak Azeri as well. So I will be the translator if need be. So if you want to come to my classroom to teach a unit, you would like to share some of your in that case you might be getting up early or staying up late for me, but let me know if you have a passion to share or a story to share, or want to learn from my students. Let me know. I teach, of course, different times. I will send you my teaching schedule. So if you want to come, that would be lovely for them to see my students here and meet my students here. So it's very exciting for me. If we can do it.
Are you teaching through Zoom, or are you teaching in a brick and mortar building?
Oh no, I'm in a brick. Yeah, in a brick room. Actually, I'm in buildings that there is no internet. Some rooms I don't even have a chalk. Forget about the chalk. I don't even have sometimes blackboard. So I'm teaching 10 different courses in 10 different locations, and I'm trying to make things do. So I take my laptop with me, and I got a wireless connection that I use through my tutoring, through my cell phone. So I'm always on my computer doing something, and sometimes students come over my shoulder. Have you ever watched Where the Hell Matt Is? Do you know what I'm talking about? Let me send you a link here, and you should maybe watch it before you go to bed tonight. It's one of my favorite videos. So the other day, I want them to watch the video. So everybody came over my shoulder, and they loved it. They loved it so much. It was fun for all of us to watch and dance together. And okay, maybe now that you join the dancing with us, as soon as I find the link. Okay, his name is Matt, and he goes around the earth and shares his dancing skills, I guess, and edits these videos with the beautiful music. Okay. You need to get to the YouTube to get the real link. And this video was watched 17 million times. So. Days come to pass, or behind these walls, I'll be left at the end of things, in a world kept small. Travel far from what I know, I'll be swept away. I need to know I can be lost, not afraid. We're gonna trip the light. We're gonna break the. It's very interesting. I wanted to know what the lyrics mean, and I wanted to check it out. It's so interesting. Have you ever read English literature, Milton? And this poem comes from there. It says, let's trip the light. Trip the light means break through the night, dance through the night. So it's beautiful lyrics. It's really exciting imagery from around the world. So you might want to share with your students and dance with your students. I know April likes dancing with her students. So enjoy the video and let me know if you use it in your classroom and how it goes.
I did something fun in my school when I was working. A couple of times I've made videos with my students, like music videos, and teach the entire school. We put together an entire video that went according to the holiday, and I shot the video and I edited it with the kids, and it was a lot of fun. So I would love to maybe share that with your class. That was really, really great. And I did it all through iMovie, and it was a lot of fun to use the program and see the kids really shine. And we made props and hats and everything. And
all right, tomorrow then. I know you never sleep because of the baby, so tomorrow I'll see if you're up during my class, and I'll check you to see if you can join. Sounds good. And you can also introduce your blog to my new crowd, because I teach 10 different classes. Every class I'll have a chance to introduce you. Thank you. All right, if you have no other questions and you're happy, I wanted to be happy because just like April doing, she started with very stressed out, like what am I going to do? But now she has great projects under her belt, and I'm very confident she's going to be the best. Right? That's the idea. Sometimes you feel like
if I could just get my newborn to sleep a little more, that would be really great.
Yeah.
So we're good.
And enjoy what you do, because this project should be just like what I said earlier. Assessment is celebration of learning. Let's celebrate our success. Let's celebrate our extraordinary efforts that you put through in this course. So I'm here to learn from you and celebrate with you, and hopefully come to my classroom and make me, how can I say, proud of you in different ways, in different lights. So please trip through the light, trip through the night, dance through the night, and enjoy. Life is good. I do the LG commercial all the time. And have a good night for you. And
thank you, Professor. Good night.
Good night, Professor.
Good night. Good night.
Good night. Thank you for staying later than usual. Bye-bye. And I put the recordings now.